Chapter 3, The Divine Partnership, Exploring the Creator, Son, and Mother Spirit. Welcome to Cosmic Revelations, the podcast that explores the profound spiritual truths found in the Urantia Book. I'm your host, Dr. Roger Paul, and today we're diving into one of the most transformative chapters in this remarkable text. Chapter 3, The Divine Partnership Between the Creator Son and the Mother Spirit. If you've ever wondered about the deeper mechanics of universe creation or felt like something was missing from traditional religious teachings about the divine feminine, this episode is going to open your mind in ways you never expected. Let me start with a question that might surprise you. Have you ever noticed that traditional scripture is completely silent about a divine feminine presence in universe creation? I'm not talking about human figures like Mary or other biblical women. I'm talking about an actual divine creator being, a cosmic mother figure who partners with Christ in building and sustaining entire universes. According to the Urantia Book, this absence isn't because such a being doesn't exist. It's because the human authors of biblical texts simply didn't know about her. They were writing from their limited perspective, constrained by the cultural biases of their time. The Urantia Book introduces us to the local universe Mother Spirit, also called the Divine Minister, who is absolutely essential to the creation and administration of our local universe of Nebadon. And when I say essential, I mean that literally nothing, no life, no consciousness, no spiritual development can happen without her. So who exactly is this Divine Minister? Picture this. When the Universal Father and Eternal Son decide to create a new local universe, they don't just send out a single Creator Son to do the job alone. That would be like trying to build a house with only a hammer. You need the full toolkit. At the exact moment a Creator Son like Michael, who we know as Jesus, is personalized for his universe-building mission, the Infinite Spirit simultaneously creates what's called a creative daughter. This is the local universe Mother Spirit, and she becomes the Creator Son's eternal partner. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. This isn't just a nice partnership for company, it's absolutely indispensable. The Creator Son serves as the sovereign architect of the universe, but the Divine Minister? She's the one who makes everything actually work. Think of her as the ultimate cosmic administrator. Every circuit of energy, every force of gravity, every spark of consciousness that emerges in their universe, it all flows through her. She maintains the 7 adjutant mind spirits that give creatures the capacity for thought. She administers the personality circuits that make each being unique and individual. Without her, the universe would be nothing but dead matter floating in space. But here's where the story gets even more incredible. The Divine Minister doesn't start out as a fully personalized being. Initially, she exists as what you might call a divine force. Present, powerful, but not yet personal. She works alongside the Creator Son during the massive preliminary phase of universe organization. We're talking about forming star clusters, planetary systems, establishing the foundational energy circuits that will eventually support billions of worlds. This is construction on a scale that makes our greatest engineering projects look like children's toys. Then comes what the Urantia Book calls the primary eruption. Imagine the most spectacular cosmic fireworks display you can conceive, then multiply it by infinity. This is an immense flash of spiritual light, so brilliant it can be seen from the headquarters of the superuniverse. This flash signals the personalization of the Divine Minister. In that moment, she transforms from a diffuse cosmic force into a unique, personal spirit being. And this transformation, it's absolutely crucial. Because only as a fully personalized being can she perform her highest function, administering the personality circuits. It's through her, in partnership with the Father and Son, that personality is bestowed upon every created being destined to receive it. Angels, midwayers, humans like us. We all receive our unique personality through her ministry. Now this brings us to one of the most challenging aspects of the Urantia Book's teachings. its reinterpretation of Jesus' mission and crucifixion. And I want to be clear here, this isn't just academic theology we're discussing. This goes to the heart of how we understand God's nature and our relationship with the divine. For nearly 2,000 years, mainstream Christianity has taught that Jesus died as a blood sacrifice to pay for humanity's sins. The Urantia Book says this interpretation is fundamentally wrong, and not just wrong, but actually harmful to our understanding of God's character. The book calls it an affront to God. According to this revelation, the Universal Father forgives sin freely and unconditionally. There's no cosmic transaction required, no payment demanded, no appeasement necessary. God's nature is love, and forgiveness flows from that love as naturally as light flows from the sun. So, why did Jesus die on the cross? The book teaches that his death was the completion of his final bestowal obligation to live a complete mortal life as one of his own creatures, from birth to natural death. The fact that his death was brutal and unjust reflected the spiritual darkness of that time on our world, not some cosmic requirement for salvation. His sacrifice wasn't a transaction, it was a demonstration. By living a full human life and facing even its most challenging aspects, including suffering and death, he provided a perfect example of divine love, courage, and faith for every being across the millions of worlds in his universe. This understanding completely reframes Jesus' mission as our Creator Son. His earthly incarnation was actually part of a sevenfold bestowal process. Think of it as the ultimate leadership training program. He lived the lives of various orders of his created beings to gain complete experiential knowledge of what they go through. This experiential wisdom qualifies him for what the Urantia Book calls complete and settled sovereignty over his universe. He can rule with perfect understanding and compassion because he's literally walked in the shoes of every type of being he governs. This revelation calls us to move beyond what the book considers primitive notions of an angry God requiring appeasement. Instead, we're invited towards spiritual adulthood, a mature understanding of a loving Father whose forgiveness is as constant and reliable as gravity itself. Now, let's talk about the administration of this cosmic partnership. Running a local universe isn't a two-person operation. The Urantia Book reveals a vast, complex, and highly ordered system of celestial administration that makes our most sophisticated governments look simple by comparison. One of the most fascinating figures in this administration is Emmanuel of Salvington. He's described as the Union of Days, the personal representative of the Paradise Trinity within Michael's court. But here's what makes Emmanuel so intriguing. He's considered Michael's elder brother, having been created just slightly before him in the dawn of time. Yet Emmanuel has never acknowledged subordination to Michael and doesn't accept worship. During Michael's long absences from universe headquarters, like during his incarnation on our world, Emmanuel is empowered to take charge of the entire local universe administration. This illustrates something profound about celestial government. Authority isn't based on dominance or hierarchical power plays. It's based on function, wisdom, and cooperative service. These beings work together not because they have to, but because they share a common purpose: the welfare and spiritual development of every creature in their care. So what does all this mean for us personally? The Urantia Book suggests that these revelations are calling humanity towards spiritual adulthood, and I think this is one of the most important concepts we can explore. Spiritual adulthood means recognizing the cosmic scope of Jesus' mission as a creator son. It means understanding that universe creation involves both divine masculine and feminine principles working in perfect harmony. It means embracing the truth of unconditional divine forgiveness and moving beyond fear-based concepts of God. Think about the parallel here. Just as the divine minister evolved from an impersonal force to a fully realized divine personality, we're called to evolve from spiritual childhood, characterized by primitive fears and misconceptions, toward spiritual maturity marked by cosmic consciousness and divine understanding. This isn't just an intellectual exercise, it's a transformative process that affects your entire relationship with God, the universe, and your fellow beings. You begin to understand that you're not an isolated creature on a single world, but a participant in a vast cosmic family spanning millions of worlds, all under the loving administration of your Creator, Son, and Divine Minister. As we wrap up today's exploration, I want you to sit with the magnitude of what we've discussed. The idea that our universe is governed by a divine partnership, a cosmic marriage, if you will, between beings of unimaginable wisdom and love. The understanding that Jesus' mission was far greater than traditional theology suggests. The recognition that we're part of an administration so sophisticated and benevolent that it operates on principles we're only beginning to grasp. The Urantia Book presents these concepts not as abstract theology, but as living realities that should transform how we see ourselves and our place in creation. We're not victims of cosmic politics or subjects of an arbitrary deity. We're beloved children of divine parents who have structured reality itself to ensure our spiritual growth and eternal welfare. In our next episode, we'll dive even deeper into the intricate network of spiritual circuits maintained by the local universe Mother Spirit, the cosmic pathways that connect every conscious being in our universe to the divine source. We'll also explore the detailed process of those sevenfold bestowals and how they qualify Creator sons for complete sovereignty over their universes. Thank you for joining me on Cosmic Revelations. If today's exploration has expanded your understanding of divine reality, I encourage you to share this episode with someone who might benefit from these profound truths. Remember, we're all on a journey from spiritual childhood to spiritual adulthood. And according to the Urantia Book, we have the most loving and capable cosmic parents imaginable guiding us every step of the way. Until next time, keep your hearts open to the magnificent scope of divine love and your minds open to the cosmic adventure that is your eternal destiny.